What links Sharon, Osbourne and Amy Schumer with Boris Johnson, Jeremy Clarkson and Elon Musk? It's weight loss drugs. Here's what you need to know. The global population is getting fatter. Obesity threatens lifespans and health systems around the world. But scientists and investors are increasingly hopeful that new weight loss drugs could be the magic bullet to solving this problem. You might have heard of Ozempic. That provided punchlines at the Oscars, with this year's host Jimmy Kimmel joking, "When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?" But there are other emerging drugs like tirzepatide, which could be even more effective. First, here's the science behind semaglutides. Wegovy and Ozempic are two names for the same drug, semaglutide. The origin of semaglutide starts in a rather unusual place, the Gila monster, a lizard that makes a venom with properties that can suppress human appetite. However, the discovery of its weight loss effect was a bit of an accident. Originally, scientists used this venomous discovery to make Ozempic, a medication used to treat type 2 diabetes. Doctors noted the side effect that their patients were losing weight, which led to its development in higher doses as the obesity treatment Wegovy. The drug works by users injecting themselves weekly, which in simple terms makes them feel full, so they eat less. It seems people can't get their hands on Wegovy quickly enough. Pharmacies in both Britain and the US have been scrambling to get hold of it. After the UK approved the use of Wegovy back in February, its manufacturer, Novo Nordisk, a Danish company, said the NHS could have a limited supply, but warned that shipping would be restricted. Some private companies have also been able to provide it, but there have been accusations of stockpiling. In March, senior diabetes doctors told Sky News that
the demand has just outstripped the ability to produce not just the drug, but also the pens which are used for delivering the drug.
Demand for the drug has made its manufacturer rich. Novo Nordisk is now worth more than the whole of Denmark's GDP. And with the World Obesity Federation predicting more than half of the world's population will be overweight by 2035 and 1 in 4 likely to be obese, demand is likely only to grow. Faced with limited supplies, people are turning to black markets on social media platforms. It is illegal to sell a prescription medicine outside of its legitimate supply chain. However, some users are advertising semaglutide injections on sites like Facebook, some even selling used medicines, which poses a risk of infection. In the US, the expense of the drugs and the fact that many health plans don't cover them means some Americans are searching for weight loss drugs across the border in Canada or Mexico. But the semaglutide obsession doesn't stop in the US and the UK. There are reports that a thriving online black market in China has driven up the price of a single dose of Ozempic by 50%. In China, semaglutide is restricted to diabetes treatment, but supplies are being bought up by using fake prescriptions. So are these wonder weight loss drugs really worth the hype? It would appear on the one hand, yes. Part of the reason for their soaring demand comes down to the fact that the drugs seem to be very effective for weight loss. In trials, people lose up to 15% of their body mass, the type of results only achieved by a gastric bypass and other weight loss surgeries. But is it all good news? The biggest concern amongst doctors is the amount of time patients would need to be on Wegovy. The National Institute for Health and Care Excellence allows it to be prescribed for 2 years, but many experts suspect it will be a lifelong drug. The weight loss medicines are keeping the medical watchdogs busy. A new experimental drug called tirzepatide or Mounjaro is in clinical trials, and results suggest it's twice as effective as semaglutide.